Well, it's the third annual Sharpe Showdown, and it's rules night, Friday night. I'm full. How about you, Nick?
Very good pork riblets. As you
Yeah.
guys know, I only have like 4 foods, and that's like 2 of them. So
Yeah, right. Right. How about meatballs?
no, didn't touch the meatballs. Not my thing.
Oh, no kidding. You know what? I really enjoy the meatballs,
Yep.
probably more than anything. But Cart did a great job of the rules meeting. I think we're going to have a good time this weekend. It is going to be windy. Of course, you're fishing Saturday and Sunday in the Sharpe Showdown. And you had a lot to talk about, I think, tonight. This whole National Walleye Tour thing gave us I want to call it kind of a new perspective on the weekend a little bit there, right? Let's look at Bobby Crow, who won day number 1. I mean, we're talking 21 pounds, right?
Right.
You know, and so you got 21 pounds, and then you come back with just that many. What was it, 4 or 5?
I don't know. We were in by the time you weighed in. But
yeah, I didn't get a chance to look, but he either had 4 or 5 pounds, and really the way things were going, he truly could have lost it.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely something that we talked about. I mean, I would even argue it's not a new perspective, because when you talked to me and Kurt before this tournament, we were saying, 24 pounds,
right.
12 a day, you're going to do that. Someone's going to have a big bag, and then they're going to come back with 6, right?
Right.
I thought it was going to be 17 and 6. I didn't think it'd be 21.
No, I didn't either.
That's a heck of a sharp bag.
Well, really, who expected 2 pre-spawn big walleye? A 9 and a 7 pound female.
But that's also kind of how it goes too. When you stumble into them at the right time, that's when that's how those mega bags happen. But that's what makes it so hard to replicate too. The 6, 7, 8 pounds, that's easy to do. I mean, I think a lot of us have done that all, the last 2 weeks. But those overs, they're tough to replicate here.
Yeah, and I think that's where my rethinking things comes from, because I just really didn't expect there to be a female bite really at all because of the spawn. We talked about it in Lake Francis case. Things were on down there. I'm like, well, maybe things are over up here. I don't know, but obviously we're looking at. And you sent me pictures.
We do know.
We're looking at a real interesting situation here. Talk about the fish you caught. You caught spent walleye, and you caught walleye with.
So interesting enough, spent sauger actually. So
that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
I think a lot of us have found those males pretty easily. We today actually just finally. Usually we get our good bag taken care of the week before, but we actually found females. And the walleyes still had eggs, and these saugers were entirely spent. And I mean, they looked like toothpicks because they had fan on the tails. I tried to do my thing with them, and I couldn't get anything out of them. They were absolutely done. When I checked the walleyes, they were still green. So exact same spot. Very interesting, but just interesting to see. And the saugers weren't even big. They were 15 inches. So that's your 3-year-old sauger here. And the walleyes were of different sizes that I won't get into. They weren't overs, but they were of different sizes and different year classes, and they were all still green. So just kind of interesting how that works. When we talk about Sharpe as a complex fishery, there's a lot of different areas, and fish spawn in waves. I think everyone's heard me say that, but I mean, this is really a great example from the exact same spot. I mean, when you look at the waypoints, they were 20 yards away from each other. Spent saugers that were 15 inches and green walleyes that were bigger than that.
Yeah, that's interesting, really, the whole science behind it, because sauger and walleye are basically the same. Obviously, they are different, but to have them completely spawned, and we don't know that they're completely spawned because you were catching young reproductive fish, reproductive at young age. You weren't catching a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old sauger, so we don't know, but the young ones were done.
And that's every fish on the reservoir, wherever it's been this winter, wherever it's been the spring. Some might travel a great way, some might not. Every fish is going to be a little bit unique, just like people. And I mean, that's just one of the things that, as you look at this tournament right now, you're going to see spawning taking place. You're going to see post-spawn fish, and you're going to see those males that frankly don't care go all over the place. And when I say go all over the place, I mean that in your boat and in the water.
Right. Yeah. You've seen pictures of that over the last couple of weeks. So Thursday's rain, very nice. I think everybody probably very happy about the rain. That's all well and good. But then that also does something to the Bad River. And how does that play into Saturday and Sunday?
No problem. We had no problem.
Cleared out, you're good.
Yep. There was no dirt, no issues like that. I think the only challenge we're going to have weather and water wise is going to be winds, as we kind of talked about, going to be probably 20, 30 miles an hour. But yeah, that was the one thing that I was super nervous about, was a big quarter-inch rainfalls, especially out west. Bad River blows out, everything downriver goes down, and that didn't happen. So water still looks really good. And
I heard a few folks talking about the fluctuation in the river, up 3 feet, down 3 feet. But if you look at the USGS, that's just what Sharpe does.
If you look at Lake Sharpe for more than 5 days, I mean, that's what it does. The people that were struggling were the guys from Michigan. And
they did not know and understand.
Don't understand that the water will randomly turn on at 11:30, and what you launch in isn't what you pick up in, which is always a little bit more, usually at least.
And the fish do react differently with the water going up and the water going down. For those that don't know and understand the system, there are different ways to fish it. So it's going to be an interesting couple of days. We're going to add wind. We're going to have wind from 180 degrees different, I believe, southeast.
Yep,
right?
Southeast.
Instead of northeast.
Yep, both days.
So we're going to have to deal with that. Tomorrow is a new day. The weather is going to be different, and we'll see what happens. So, Nick, appreciate your brains there, buddy.
That'd be the first time someone accused me of that.
Really?
Yeah, being a buddy. Sometimes they say I have brains.
Oh, yeah, right. All right. Well, we'll get your buddy Tom Seberg in here in a little bit too. So
that sounds good to me.
For that. All right.
Thanks, Jason.
You
Good
betcha.
luck, guys.
Thank you, Nick Harrington. Good luck to you guys. And it is the 3rd annual Sharpe Showdown.